guys, it is Jesse with Emerge Coaching, and I want to talk about value and understanding for your personal business, for yourself. What are you truly valued? So we're going to jump right in. If you like what you hear, please go ahead and smash that like button. We take pride in helping people understand themselves and really start to grow in this life. So I want to talk about determining your value and why that's super important. And the reason being is because most of the time we don't even know what we're worth. Or we also deal with mental programs that we are not worthy of receiving what we're worth. Now, I want you all to think about whatever you're doing right now. If you were to receive a check for $25,000 doing the same services that you do right now, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? Now, for some, they'll say, I'll gladly take that. I'm worth it. Great. What if I offered you a check for $1 million? If you gladly take that, awesome. But what if I truly meant like I am giving you everything I have, and I want confidence in you as a coach, as an employee, whatever the case. I want to know what is the cost, and are you going to be able to get me the results I want? And as you start to think about that, your worth starts to go down a little bit. A lot of times we tell ourselves, oh man, I'm not worth that much money, $1 million, oof. And the reason why is because you haven't really experienced what $1 million would do for you, right? But even break it down more. I mean, 25,000, some people wouldn't even take that. They would feel a little guilty. Oh, maybe I'll just cut my commissions back a little bit. Oh, you know what? I sell this all the time. I'll cut my costs down to this to get you. Some of you guys are doing that because you don't feel worthy of having that much money. Others are doing it out of scarcity. So let's talk about value here for a moment. Have you ever felt so confident in yourself that you could just tell someone a price, and if they walk away, you're okay? If you don't have that, there's a good indication that you have some scarcity in your mind, and that you need to work on that through meditation, through Emerge Coaching Program. We can help you eliminate those thoughts. Okay? If you are offered a certain amount of money, or someone says, hey, how much? And you're negotiable in your pricing, and it isn't because you're worried about losing the customer, but because you don't see the value in yourself, then you have a value issue and a receiving issue. And you need to start working on that as well. Ultimately, the best way to determine your value is set a business plan. Set a list of characteristics of people you only want to work with, and go after that. Design your program around those people. And the more you design your program, the more you design what that specific niche is going to receive from you, and the more you just get past the fear and embrace it with courage, the more you're going to start to develop it. It's okay to start low. If you start low, it's okay to start low. And if you find yourself getting a lot of clients, start raising your prices earlier, because you don't want to bog down all your time with a bunch of people paying you little, because clearly the market's telling you you're more valuable. What if you don't get any clients? Okay, maybe you think you're too valuable at this point, and you need to either increase the value offered in your program so other people can see it, or maybe you need to decrease the price. But you have to determine what your value is and start executing based off that value. You guys, I remember my first business, I looked at all the numbers for the entire year, and I took the gross profits and I divided it by the 60 hours I thought per week I was working. It came out to $70 an hour. You want to talk about growth? I started asking myself, what does $70 an hour money makers do? That's $140,000 a year. Unless you're self-employed, then it's $215,000 a year, but you're working 60 hours, right? So what does 70 hours do per week? What does that look like? What does $70 an hour look like on a given day? Am I answering the bullcrap calls? No, I'm not. I have someone else doing that. Am I spending all this time training? No, I'm hiring people that have already been trained, because $70 an hour is going to help me get to the next level. And as I've invested that money into my company, I've invested that money into mastermind groups and increased my knowledge, my value has already become more valuable. You see, you want to increase your value? Learn more. Number one, be just absolutely relentless in your education. Learn. Number two, set the standard and obey the standard. And that's what's going to get you to that next level. You want one more piece of advice? Set a new zero every single year. What are you no longer comfortable seeing in your account, and what needs to be there that you're comfortable? Set that standard. And as you set that standard, your prices increase. One of my favorite coaches I've worked with took his one-on-one coaching from at what point was $50,000, took it to $1 million this year. And he's done it in 3.5 years. $1 million. You guys, the more you determine your worth, the more valuable you start to invest in yourself, and you start to excel in other aspects of your life as well. It's not just business. It's your fitness. It's your relationships. It's everything. As you excel in everything, you'll continue to build your value, and the market will respect you because of your confidence, and it will respect you because of what you've added to the marketplace and to that demographic of people. I'm Jesse with Emerge Coaching. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.